and thank you for checking in. Today I am doing another mask talk. And before I start, I just want to mention that this idea of a mask talk is not originally mine. I was inspired by Jade Lux here on YouTube. So I think she was the first to do mask talks, and she might be the only one who does that for now, besides me. In her videos, she talks about her experience converting to Islam. And I enjoy watching her videos, although I'm not Muslim, but I want to be open-minded and I love listening to her talk about her journey. So I took that idea and I wanted to share my own stories. And then after doing the first mask talk that I did, so last time, I decided to go even beyond that and turn the series into Behind the Mask. So I want to share with you anything that is not openly talked about, what's hidden behind the mask. It might be mental health issues, it might be physical health, anything that is worth talking about. How I'm going about this is I don't want to burden you with my own issues. So I'm not going into details unless I find it's important, unless there's something that is not known or how I experience things, for example, symptoms or something like that. As I said in my last video, all the masks that I want to share will be zero waste and natural. So the masks that I'm going to be featuring are from Lush and other natural brands. So this mask right here is Mask à la Crème de Menthe. It's a minty creamy mask. So this mask talk will hopefully shed awareness on mental illness. So I have my notes right here so that I don't miss anything. And the idea is I don't want to burden you with any personal stuff. I just want to concentrate on creating solutions and healthy coping skills. Now keep in mind that I'm not a therapist. I am studying psychology, so I know some stuff and I do constant research on topics, but still I'm not a therapist. And even if I was, you still should look into seeking therapy either online or face-to-face so that you better manage your mental health. So that being said, let's get started. So I've researched the techniques from dialectical behavioral therapy, which I recently found. I'm very familiar with cognitive therapy, but dialectical therapy, essentially what it does, it takes some techniques from CBT, so some cognitive techniques, some behavioral techniques, as well as mindfulness, which comes from Eastern culture. And it's especially useful for things such as BDP, so borderline personality disorder. So these coping skills are things you can do at home whenever you are feeling like you need to self-sabotage, self-harm, self-medicate, or things to ease your mind and to teach you better responses. And they all focus on distraction. So you are distracting from self-harm by using these techniques. So the first thing that I want to start with is, and I forgot that I need to apply my mask, distracting with strong sensations. So distracting with sensations that are strong as your initial emotion. So usually when we are feeling so frustrated, when we are feeling angry, when we have so much strong emotions, we can't just move directly to soothing activities. We need to do something that validates our emotions positively. So these are things that complement our initial sensation without self-harming. So this would be things like taking a very, very hot shower, which is something I do. I don't realize that I'm doing it because of that, but this is something that I would do. Or the opposite, so taking a very cold shower. When you do this, it's not for the purpose of cleanliness, it's just so that you feel better. So it could be like 1 minute shower, 1 minute very, very hot shower, and then followed by a cold shower. This is something that you would do at a spa. So you would go for a jacuzzi and then you would go for a cold shower or cold bath. But it's also something very useful if you are feeling these strong emotions. Other thing could be sucking on a soury lemon. So something that gives you a shock. Squeezing an ice cube in your hand. Putting a bag of frozen peas on the back of your neck. So essentially these things we usually do if we are feeling physical pain. But if they soothe our physical pain, which could be very strong, for example, a neck injury or something like that, they are also capable of soothing emotional pain. So something as listening to loud music, and it could be something that validates your emotions. So if you are angry, you can listen to like metal or something like that. You could like connect with the music genre or the lyrics, but you would go like full blast music, especially if you're home alone, or you could put headphones on. This is something that we also do more often, but it does help. Another thing could be snapping a rubber band on your wrist. So this is something that would cause another pain sensation that is not very harmful, so don't overdo it, but you can give yourself this initial shock. So basically it's to help you in whatever you're feeling internally in your mind to manifest physically, so that you can feel like it's leaving your mind. So it will help you relate to it more and at the same time minimize those strong feelings. So one intense activity that emphasized a strong sensation for me recently is moving around heavy things. So I was redecorating a room. One of the things that really helped me out mentally was moving around heavy things, like removing drawers, these old drawers from a drawer chest, and it wasn't empty, so it had all the clothes inside and I was removing it. Also, I moved a carpet from the basement onto the room to put it on the bed. It was an old carpet, so we wanted to cover the actual paint because we were painting the ceiling. So it was a heavy carpet and I was moving it around. And my mom came and she was like, this is heavy for you. You shouldn't do it by yourself. And I was like, I really need to move something heavy. It's as if I am taking away this heavy mental load and I'm moving it out. That's how I felt. And you can also pop balloons. So this popping sound, this like initial shocking sound, could be also distracting and could go along with the strong sensations. So you can use a couple of these things. Usually one or two would just help you out, especially something like a hot shower or a cold shower. And then after feeling those strong sensations, you can go for self-soothing techniques using your senses. So for example, using your vision, so you can go out, look at the nature, look at birds, you can look at things in your room, things that make you feel good, and just be with your sensation at the moment. And this is where mindfulness comes in. So you are living with whatever sense you're using. It could be TV. I would suggest something smooth, not an intense movie. I will link some good movies. It could be YouTube, it could be looking at a magazine, going out, looking at things in nature, trees, sky, the cloud, people walking by. It could be also things more artsy, like at a museum, looking at a gallery. So a few weeks ago, I went with my husband on a trip, and something that we did not expect would make us happy actually was amazing. So we went into an art gallery. So there was some arts displayed on the window and they were good. And when we went inside, it was so soothing, so relaxing to actually connect with each piece of art. And at an art gallery, something will grab you. So something that you connect with, a specific theme, specific colors will grab you. It might be related to your mood, it might be related to your personality, things like that. So if it's not copyrighted material, I will try to link what sort of art we were attracted to. And it was such an amazing experience. So another thing could be your hearing. So you could listen to music, you could listen to the rainfall, anything in your immediate surrounding. If you are outside, you can listen to the nature, but also same with the other senses. If you are inside, you don't have to go outside. You can listen to whatever is happening and just live with the sound. Don't get emotionally attached to it, just live with the sound. If someone is in the kitchen doing stuff, just like be with whatever sound is surrounding you. But also, if you can go out, that is also a good thing. So it could be music, it could be animals, waterfall, rainfall, someone cooking in the kitchen, footsteps. So just live with your sensations. Same with smell. You can smell candles, you can smell flowers, you can smell someone else's cooking. You can smell the ambiance, like the air in the room. So a house has a particular smell, like the furniture, your perfume, things like that. So you just live with your senses. Same thing with the taste. You can taste ice cream, chocolate, food, syrup, honey. You can go for the sweet tastes, the soury tastes, the salty tastes, just like whatever you feel like tasting, and be with the sensation. Don't eat for the sake of eating. You have to take it slow and just be there. And lastly, the touch. So it could be taking a bubble bath. You know these bubble wraps that you can pop? You can do that. You can cuddle with a pet. You can even sleep and cuddle in a blanket and feel the blanket, feel the bed, feel the couch where you're sitting, for example, this fluffy chair, things like that. You don't have to like caress anything. You just have to feel what your elbow is touching, what your hand is touching, what your body is feeling. So just be there with your sensation. This is super soothing. And here it could be something like applying a mask on, because you can definitely feel all the sensations, especially if it has like a smell, like a mint. It would be engaging both the touching and smelling senses. So you can do that. You can actually engage in as many senses as possible in one activity, or try to separate the senses. So for example, if someone is cooking, you can concentrate on the sound of like the spatula, on the sounds of things that's happening with them, or the smell, or you can concentrate on your vision. So you can separate your senses or engage your senses all at once. I find that me watching someone else put mask on, or watching someone else do skincare is actually a very soothing activity. Mask, moisturizing, massaging your face, putting oils, that is a very soothing activity you can do by your own, or you can watch videos of someone doing that. You can also watch ASMR videos, you can do your own nails, do your own makeup, or watch someone else put makeup on or do their nails. So the third thing that you can do is activities, and that would be chores. So it would be things like cleaning the dishes, doing laundry, cleaning your room, cleaning your drawers, cleaning a closet, chores. Shopping, so it could be shopping. I wouldn't suggest you shop for clothes at that point. You can shop for like things for your home, things like that. You can do sports, you can engage in a sport activity, so biking, gym, walking, stretching, warm-ups, things like that, moving around. That could also be painting a room, and these activities could go along with the first strong sensation topic that we've talked about. So if you're moving heavy drawers, if you are painting, so you're putting effort when you are using the roll to paint, this requires putting effort, so this could be you feeling those strong sensations. Also cooking. Another thing is to think of someone else, and you can only do this after you have soothed yourself. So after you have felt those strong sensations and then you were able to soothe yourself. You could do that in the same day, but usually it wouldn't happen in the same day. It would happen after you have calmed down. So this would be volunteering, do something nice, give a gift to someone, do a chore for someone else. But it could be something just as thinking of someone else. So making up stories of people you see on the streets. So like if you are at a cafe and you see people coming in, you can just make up a story. Oh, this is his girlfriend. Oh, they are broke up. Oh, this was his friend and she likes him, and things like that. You can make up stories about other people. Another thing is to feel the opposite emotion. So try doing an activity that helps you feel the opposite of what you're feeling. And this could go along with the soothing activities. So for example, when I was painting with a brush, it was actually pretty soothing for me because I was feeling the brush. Also, you can listen to happy songs, you can watch a happy movie or a comedy movie. Just try to feel the opposite emotions. laugh, smile, talk to people, because you are able to feel those emotions. You just have to engage yourself in them, and you might only be able to do that after you've gone through all the process. The next technique would be using your thoughts. So just like we did with imagining a story about other people, you can do that with yourself. So you can go to the past, you can think of like a happy place, you can imagine a good bright future. Even if you don't feel it right now that it's actually possible, just imagine what it would feel like if you thought about a happy future. Imagine, what does that mean for you? Is it having a big house? Is it having a family? Is it creating a business? Is it engaging in a passionate hobby? Is it turning your hobby into business? And live it. Live the actual imagination. Live the actual story. If you want to turn your passion into business, think of what you would be wearing, how you're gonna talk to people who are your supporters. Just live this story till the end. Something else you can do in the same category, so using your thoughts, is thinking about a happy place. It could be a memory that exists, it could be something else. So it could be like, oh, I'm in a forest, oh, I'm canoeing. This was an amazing experience for me. That would be my happy place. Or something more concrete. So I'm on a stage, I'm singing, I'm playing the guitar. It's either a place or an activity that brings you happiness. Another thing that doesn't take as much time is saying a mantra. This is something so powerful, especially if you are stuck in a situation where your emotions are getting intense and you feel that there is no way out of it. You can say a mantra to yourself. Something that I find myself doing is trying to solve other people's problems and getting involved whenever someone is telling me about their issues. I would get so involved, and at the same time I wouldn't be able to help them because I'm so emotionally involved, especially if these are people that I care about. So one thing that I could do is say, not my circus, not my monkeys. This will lighten up the situation in my head so that I don't feel as emotionally attached to it as I did. If you catch yourself ruminating about the past, just thinking about something difficult and something that you've been through over and over again, what you can say is, I don't need to live it twice. I've already lived it, I don't want to live it again. So something like that. It doesn't have to be a known mantra, you can create it by your own. It's something to just snap you out of your negative thoughts. Something else, it could be just counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This engages your thinking, your cognitive thinking, and would stop your emotions. So you are putting your logical brain in action. So you could use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and like stand up to do something else, or concentrate on whatever you're doing, or change your thought. So just use it to do something else, to proceed, to move on from the negative thoughts that were happening in your mind. Something else you can do if you are stuck in a situation where you feel intense emotions, where you feel you're out of control, leave and try doing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage your logical brain and leave. Just act on it. If you are with someone else and you need to get away, you can just say that, oh, I forgot to feed my cat. Oh, I might have forgot the stove on. Or I want to cook. There's a meal that I have to cook. Or there's someone that I have to see. Or, oh, sorry, I'm getting late. I want to leave. Or if you are with that person living in the same household, just go to your room. Just say, okay, bye, I'm going to the room. Just like say, I have to go, I'm going to my room, I have to study, I have to do this, I have to do that, and just leave the situation. And that is it. This is my list of coping mechanisms, of distracting things that you can do if you are not feeling good, if you want to engage in self-harm, if you are self-sabotaging. These are distracting tools that you can do to move out of this situation. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you think I need to improve on how I deliver this, or if something needs to be done, you can also tell me. I don't mind improving in any way possible. If you think I need to talk about one thing in particular more, if you are interested in it, you can also leave your comments down below. Also, you can share what you do in case you are not feeling good. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for a clutter-free life.